Hello everyone, Canberra here, and welcome to the final video of Bond a Week for MTG Arena. This is Kinnan, the Bonder Prodigy. So the idea behind this deck is it is quite top heavy. The idea is hopefully we'll be getting Kinnan onto the field early. So we've got plenty of mana to Orcs to abuse his ability to tap extra mana. And we will also be using his 7 cost mana ability to basically summon the huge creatures without paying their mana cost. So just to keep us safe, we've got 4 copies of Miscast and 4 copies of Mystical Dispute to be able to counter our opponent's cards. And then we also have Ram Through to remove our opponent's creatures. So we also have Elysian Caryatid as a mana dork, Maraleaf Pixie as a mana source, and we have Llanowar Visionary as a mana source, which also allows card draw. So obviously we've got 3 copies of Kinnan Bond the Prodigy, so we can tap non-lands permanents for extra mana, and we can look at the top 5 cards of the library to get a non-human creature, of which everything in this deck is non-human, and effectively get huge creatures out fairly early. So the huge creatures I've chosen, we've got 4 copies of Questing Beast, 2 copies of Elder Gargaroth. I would have more, but I only have 2. 2 copies of Kolga the Titan Ape, and 3 copies of Titanoth Rex. So we've got huge creatures in, which we should be able to find within 5 cards. And for mana, we have 10 islands, 10 forests, and 2 Temple of Mysteries. Most of the mana, hopefully, we'll be getting out of our mana dorks anyway. So, the only concern is obviously if we get starting hands with large amounts of big creatures, it could put through the deck. But we'll just have to see how we go. Hopefully, we can get early Kinnan and early mana drops, so that we can start playing big creatures really, really quickly. This deck has the ability to massively snowball, but hopefully we won't get too outpaced by other decks. The other reason why I have stuff like Miscast and Mystical Dispute, so that I can deal with any attempts at playing aggro without getting necessarily monster cards on the field early on. So we will just have to see how the deck plays out. I do have a lot of high hopes for it, because I think it could do really well providing we get an early Kinnan. So we'll just have to see. We'll get straight into the games. Okay, this hand is a bit slow on the draw. I would need, like, not something that isn't Titanoth Rex, basically. So I'm going to have to mulligan that. Yeah, that's fine. So, put the Ram through only because we've got some weaker creatures. Okay, so we lose 1 Kinnan, we've got another one. That's fine, for the simple reason of we might be able to get enough land together to just play out Kogla straight off. Did he just not play it? Did my opponent just not play a land? Okay, so my opponent is now operating a land behind. Draw a card, okay. Yes. Okay. Put in Kogla. Fight. Look at that. The other Caryatid. Okay. I can take that out with Kogla as well. Well, I looked at the top 5 cards and you can only pull out Llanowar Visionary.
I could have taken out the Daxos, but I think I'd rather have the Gift of Birth Meletus taken out so you don't get the wall. Probably the smarter play for me. Next. Did that raw hit? Oof. Yeah, and then they scoop. So yeah, you can see that this deck, the way it works and the way it's supposed to work. So yeah, once you get enough of the mana drop cards, or the mana creatures on the board, you can take over the game really, really easily. Though that being said, I did whiff pretty hard on the Kinnan Search. So on to the next game. I think that's a good hand on the play, actually. So play at the Temple of Mystery first, and then start getting shit on the board. Yorion decks, we got 80 cards right there. So my opponent's still choosing whether I want to keep the hand of 7 cards, I guess. Bit harsh, but there we go. So I think he took a mulligan. Yeah, he took a mulligan. That's fine. Carried. So we'll play out Kinnan next turn and hopefully have the mana to play Llanowar Visionary as well, using Kinnan's ability. Oh goody, Esper Control. Great. God. Okay, so we got literally nothing but questing beasts. Nice. There we go. Fine, I got another questing beast right here. We'll take that. There we go. That's fine. Would you like another? There is only the questing beast. He's got to gain the life quickly before you absolutely screw yourself up. I need a land, that's the only thing. Like, I can generate loads of land. Tempting, but no. I can. Yeah, you can scoop now. There we go. Just keep playing the questing beasts. That's all you need to do. Alright, I'm going to go on to the next game. Okay, this is in ranked, so we'll keep this hand. Hopefully we can get into an early Kinnan. So play this out and then probably just end up playing Miscast on the first card they try and play. Nope. Okay. So all of the cards we've got at the moment are just pure copies of each other. I haven't drawn anything that's like... Yeah. I've just literally drawn nothing but multiples. Yeah, I haven't drawn anything I can actually play. I thought I'd take the second to ranked, but even ranked can't deal with this. I don't think my opponent's drawn much you can play either, so... At least it will tap him out. Yeah. So no draw, no nothing. He can't do anything after that. The problem is I've drawn no land. I've drawn, you know, my opponent, I've drawn no land, I've drawn nothing but basically all of multiples of the same card. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do here.
Ikoria, enlightenment begins within. Cease this noise.
Yeah, this is like my opponent's just drawn tons and tons and tons of lands, so now I can't.
If you are going to fight,
I can't really do much.
strike with a cunning mind. Many paths lie before me.
Yeah, this is basically Jeskai Planeswalkers, but I'm not drawing anything that actually help me.
In the mind, you
So there's not really a lot I can do here.
Together we can exact justice.
Yeah, and that's just a miscast. I'm not getting any kind of like real kind of power on the board. I just got given like 3 Cogglers, ton of Mystical Disputes, Ram Throughs. You can't really acclimatize for that. Drawing basically multiples of all the same card and drawing no land to play them. Anyway, we're just going to go into the next game. I'm going to probably stay in rank to see what happens. Okay, that's not particularly a great hand, so we're going to have to mulligan that. That's also not great. Brilliant. So, we'll put back the Forest and the Ram through. Don't need that for now. Yeah, it's going to be a pain in the ass. If I can get the land off the top, that'll be fine because I can just drop the Questing Beast. Or not. So if this is it spells, then... There we go. Big hit. Might be Teemo.
Steady your mind, Rowan.
And I will inspire strike.
Ooh, that'd be a big bop.
Hearts of the wicked.
Rowan, help!
So what we'll do is attack the Royal Signs first, and then we'll get it. No, I totally didn't forget the Questing Beast deals damage to player first. No, I totally didn't forget that at all, did I? Of course I fucking did. Right, nope.
Embrace your fear and charge.
Right, that blocks that. Let's get in here. Take out the Planeswalker. Got a blocker for the Elder Gargaroth. Are you fucking kidding me? So we can try again to play the Elder Gargaroth next turn. I just want to get the card names right. Try and play the Elder Gargaroth next turn. If it's removed, we could be in a bit of trouble. I think this, yeah. Big problem is Riddle form. You can't. Whereas if I could survive another turn, and then, say, get Kogler on the field and have him attack. Yeah. They've used the timeout, so I'm assuming they don't have a lot of options in their hand. Either that or they're just trying to think.
I lead the way, but my brother. Bravery galvanizes any plan. You have the heart of a coward.
Whereas if they got another Brazen Borer, I'm pretty much screwed.
Strategy.
Please don't have another Brazen Borer. Because I need this to basically be able to defend. So I've got 2 life left.
Steady your mind, Rowan.
And I will inspire your heart.
Let me synthesize the facts.
Yeah, I think they were looking for a land, I think, is the key thing. Because they need a land to be able to play another Brazen Borer's Petty Theft. They did 1 damage. Yep, and then they scoop. Yeah, they couldn't do it. They literally they couldn't find the land to play the, I'm assuming, the other Petty Theft that they were going to use to return Elder Golgoth and take the game. They couldn't do it, and they went out and scooped. So fair enough, we just about get the win there. It was very, very close. I do like the fact that Kinnan's ability did probably help us get the Golgoth out early. So yeah. So I think, yeah, we can call it that. So yeah, I got to do one more game because I think the file in the video is not even coming up 20 minutes. So we'll do one more. Great name, by the way, Pookie McHung. So yeah, I can deal with that hand. We'll play the Marleaf Pixie into Llanowar Visionary into Golgoroth, and then drop the Questing Beast when we can find it necessary. Oh, it's Scorpion Eating? I don't know. So play Bulgaloth first. Yeah, this might be select. Son of a bitch. Don't have another one, really. Oh, Sultai. This could be very painful. Yep, this could be painful. Also, we're only drawing blue mana, which is not helpful. Like, I now basically need... Yeah. Really? The problem is I need some green mana off the top, otherwise I'm pretty... Yeah. Well, it's like to dispute the first thing they play. No. Zip. You see, this is the problem that we've had for the last couple of games as well. I'm just drawing the same repeats of the same cards. Yeah, I'm just drawing the same repeats. I'm drawing no green mana, and I've got literally nothing I can play. Although I don't think my opponent has anything he can play at the minute either. Yep. My opponent is exactly the same. 2 people playing land with no cards to play. The true way to play Magic the Gathering right here. Oh my day. Holy shit, somebody can finally play something. And I've still got mana to spare for Mystical Dispute as well. Holy crap. Give me that Beats token. What is... Thankfully, I'm the first one that gets to be able to play something, so... You know. Yeah, he's got a cycle there to try and get some cards in hand. What the absolute fuck is this game? Well, that's going to cost you extra. I'm going to tax that. Oh, look at that. I got another one. And even if they remove my entire board, I can just play another Questing Beast. Yep, and they scoop. That game was so unbelievably dumb. I'm kind of glad that was the last game, because that just shows you how ridiculous MTG Arena can be sometimes. There was just me and my opponent would just stood there play. We were just basically both just playing lands with nothing to play. And then eventually, thankfully, I was the first one that could put something on the board. So I'm going to leave it there, and we'll just head on to the outro. So yeah, that last game was pretty insane. Insanely dumb. But yeah, you can see where the kind of the strengths of the deck lie. Is if you can get the early Kinnan, you can just basically make the game completely easy mode. As you can build up and you can just, rather than straight up play out creatures, you can get them effectively almost off the top without paying some of the mana cost. And if you have the mana dorks, all it takes is about 1 and 4 mana. Or at least 2 and 4 mana, and you can basically play something like a Titan of Records, get it off the top. Once you get enough mana on the board, you can play one huge creature, then use Kinnan's ability to get another huge creature, effectively playing huge creatures every turn. Obviously, there are some issues, like the fact there aren't that many. I think if I was to change the deck, I'd cut down on some of the... yeah, do something like that. Take out the Marrow Leaves, take out maybe one of the Lanois, one of the Caryatids, and then put in some, like, another Titan of Rex, another Kogla, another Gargaroth. Just basically double up on all the big creatures. I think the one thing that lets it down, there's a lot of small stuff, but there's probably not that much big stuff. Which I think, rather than what I was worried about, which is an opening handful of all the big creatures, it went the other way, and I ended up with a lot of hands full of little things that I couldn't really play. But when it goes right, it goes right. I think it was to rebuild. I think I might tinker around with this deck, try and create a proper Simic ramp version, which has a lot of big creatures and then just has a few small creatures to go with it. Probably try and see if we can get the wild cards in to get another copy of Elder Gargaroth. Possibly switch around stuff like Titan of Rex and stuff like Thornwood Falls Mammoth. Things like trying to play... So we go to the big end of the green spectrum, so we got... Turn that off. So, play something like Kazandu Mammoth. Play something like Thorn Mammoth as well. If we're going to go really big, we can do... Let's see, I'm trying to think now, like big creatures. Turn that off. So, if we just skim right to the end, I mean, we can play something like Lovestruck Beast for cheap as well. We can even play Gnarled Colony for its kick, play smaller creatures for their kicker cost. Something like Gnarled Colony. Playing something like, let's go right to the end. See the really big stuff. I mean, Garrett Beast Gem Razor. Requesting really something like that. Voracious Typhon. We pay its escape cost easily. Play something like Wicked Wolf just to get stuff off the field. Yeah, Ashaya Soul of the Wild. But then that would be based on lands, I guess. Yeah, play something like Gigantosaurus, Iron Scale Hydra. Just basically play loads and loads and loads of creatures. Just play big creatures and maybe play a few mana dorks. And just try not to end up getting huge creatures in hand. Oh yeah, get that thing as well, because you can play creatures like Graveyard, Colossal Dreadmaw. Yeah, you kind of get the idea. Feasting Troll King. Just basically huge creatures that you can take over the game with. I think probably making it a bit more top heavy would probably be the benefit. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, and if you want to see more, you can always subscribe. I will be trying to return to streaming sometime later at the end of next week. I've got a couple of videos done already that I can test out. Actually test the decks once. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Cambear out.